As a doctor, you possess a unique blend of medical expertise and an understanding of healthcare challenges. This is what non-medical founders and a lot of people working in health tech don't have. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to get started in building your digital health tech venture. First, you're going to need to identify a problem that is worth solving. This is probably the hardest part. Most people ideate on many different ideas, but they never know which one is the one that they should go for. And this is challenging because people get stuck a lot of times right here. Draw on your clinical experience to pinpoint pain points and inefficiencies within the healthcare system. Think about how technology could address these issues and improve patient outcomes. The second thing that you're going to need to do is to formulate your vision, your mission, and your purpose. A company with a strong why will be able to focus better, attract the right people to your company, and push through the difficult times to build a successful and impactful company. Think about Apple. Apple has a very strong sense of why. When people think of Apple, they know what they're about. There's a certain type of person who uses Apple products. There are even certain types of people who will only work at Apple, and you will never see them at a Dell or a Microsoft company. The why is what differentiates your company from all other companies, and it attracts people and customers who align with your purpose. Outline your goals, values, and principles that will guide your venture in delivering meaningful solutions in the healthcare industry. The third thing you're going to need to do is figure out who is going to be on your dream team. This is so important, and I must warn you, it is very difficult to do. Having the wrong person on your team can dismantle everything, but having the right people on your team can build a unicorn. Here you're going to need a lot of self-awareness. Identify what your skills and strengths are. Find people who have complementary sets of skills and can fill in the gaps of where you're weak. You're going to eventually need to recruit professionals who have technology expertise, who can build, who can code, especially if you're a doctor who doesn't know how to code. And this is going to be a process. It's not something you're going to do right away from the beginning. The fourth thing you're going to need to do is market research and validation. You're going to need to understand who is going to be your target audience, who's your competition, and what are the industry trends right now. Validate your idea by seeking feedback from users in your target audience. Make sure you know who your target audience is. Your target audience cannot be everyone. That is very hard to do, and that is something that I had to learn the hard way. I thought my audience could be everybody. And eventually, I do think it can, but when you start off, you really need to niche down. Find a small group of people that you can learn from and understand and build that product for that small group of people. And also talk to other healthcare professionals and experts within the industry. It's good to get diverse perspectives, but this is something I think you should be really careful with. Everybody has an opinion, so take everyone's opinion with a grain of salt. Go with your gut feeling, because this is going to be your company. You need to believe in it, and you need to not take in everyone's opinions and let them pull you in different directions. The fifth thing you're going to need to do is develop an MVP, or a prototype. Do not get stuck on making this perfect. Create a functional prototype just to demonstrate the core features of your product. This will serve as proof of concept and allows you to test and refine the digital health product. Most people build out too much without really understanding what people want and need. And that is a huge mistake. Waste of time, waste of money, and waste of resources. I know this is hard to do for a lot of perfectionists, so try to shift your mindset. The medical mindset is very different from the startup mindset. The sixth thing you're going to need to do is think about regulatory compliance. A lot of people stay away from the healthcare industry because it is highly regulated, as it should be. But if you can understand what the FDA regulations are and the HIPAA requirements as you are building and as you're thinking through your product roadmap, it is going to help you immensely. And having that knowledge is very beneficial. In healthcare, data privacy is very important, so you want to make sure that you're familiar with the HIPAA requirements. You're going to need to build and iterate. This is an ongoing process throughout your startup experience, but it is very fun and it is part of the creative process. Eventually, you want to develop the full-scale version of your digital health product based on user feedback and what you're seeing the industry needs. Implement agile development processes to continuously refine and enhance your product. Number 9, establish partnership and collaborations. Things are a lot harder if you have to go at it alone. So if you can find partners and people to collaborate with, you will be better off for it. It will widen your user base and customer base so that when you do launch, you're going to be in a much better position. Forge strategic alliances with other healthcare providers, clinics, health systems, health insurance companies, any stakeholders that will be involved in the development of your product and the distribution of your product. Number 10, focus on user-centric design. Prioritize user experience and usability. If you're anything like me, I love using things that look pretty, that are easy to use, and that are designed well. This is where you really need to incorporate feedback to make sure that your solution meets the needs of your users effectively and efficiently. Last but not least, market and launch. And don't wait too long to do this. You want to market and launch as soon as possible. The market moves fast. Someone can launch and gain more users and customers before you even launch, and then it's going to be more difficult for you to gain access to your potential users. Make sure you think through your marketing strategy early. A lot of people wait until they launch to do this. You're already having to build up the excitement and really figure out how you're going to build awareness before you launch. Utilize various channels such as social media, conferences, and industry publications and press releases to raise awareness. As we know, the journey of a founder and a startup does not end there at the launch. There is so much more after that. It's a lot of work. It is more than enough to get you started. Embarking on the journey of becoming a founder of a digital health tech startup is not an easy task, and it's not something to take lightly. It requires dedication, innovation, and a deep commitment to improving healthcare outcomes and changing the way healthcare is done currently. By leveraging your medical expertise, assembling a talented team, and creating a solution that addresses a genuine healthcare need, you have the potential to make a lasting impact on the healthcare industry and the lives of countless patients. Remember your why, because it's going to be one wild journey. I hope this video was helpful. It comes a lot from the experiences that I have had as a founder. I hope to encourage a lot more doctors to become founders since they understand this market best. If you want to stay up to date with what I'm doing, sign up to my email list at thedoctorspivot.com. I share a lot of my experiences and advice there. And you can also follow me on LinkedIn at Lee Dam and Instagram at Dr. Lee Dam. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again in the next video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.
Thought I met you at the wrong time. Then you caught me on that one night. Girl, I wanna know how this thing get out of my control.